Hey, everybody. Welcome to this live conversation. I'm just so glad that you are here. And if you are hopping on live, I would love to have you say hi in the comments just so I can see you. And if you're watching the replay, feel free to jump in and say hi too. I just want to start by saying this is a conversation I wish someone had had with me a few years ago. And I want to talk about something that I hear from moms all the time. And that is when moms say, I feel like I'm doing everything right. I'm working out, I'm eating healthy, and it's still not working. Like the scale isn't moving. I'm not losing weight. I still feel bloated. I don't have energy. I need caffeine to get through the day. And so, if that has ever been you, this conversation is for you. And so, I thought I would share my story. So, for the past few years, I've honestly struggled with my health in a way that I didn't expect. And what made it extra frustrating is that I know a lot of things. I have been in this health and fitness space for quite a few years. I co created the Mommy Tummy Fix program. I exercise regularly, like 5 times a week. Um, I eat healthy. I drink all my water. I do all the things that we're told to do. And I do all the things that I teach women to do. And yet, I was exhausted and I would feel bloated. I would get these gas bubbles that hurt so bad and I didn't know why. And the scale was actually starting to creep up and not down. And then what was crazy to me is every day around 3 p.m., I was so tired. Like I was just so wiped out. And my workouts felt like they were harder than they should be. I wasn't making progress in my workouts and my energy was just so low. And I didn't feel like myself. I felt like, what in the world? I am doing all the things I'm supposed to. Why isn't this working? And I remember thinking, I'm way too young to feel like this. Like my body shouldn't be falling apart. At this point, I was 38, 39 years old. So in the prime of my life, right? I was done having babies. Like I could finally focus on myself. And then nothing was working. And so I went to my doctor. We ran some labs. And when the results came back from my labs, he just said, well, everything looks normal. And he goes, you're a working mom of 4. And that's just kind of the season of life you are in. Like perimenopause is around the corner. Like this is just who you are now. And that did not sit well with me because I wasn't looking for a magic pill. I wasn't looking for an excuse. I just wanted to understand what was going on in my body. But because things weren't bad enough or because on my labs, my blood work, it looked pretty okay. It looked normal. Basically, I wasn't sick enough to get much help from my doctors or from anybody. And I left that appointment just feeling so discouraged. I don't know if you have ever been in that situation before, but it was pretty disheartening. And it kind of was a turning point for me because it made me realize that the healthcare system is really good at helping us when things are really bad, when we get really sick. And I'm so grateful that they are there. But it's only really good at stepping in when something is already wrong, when something is bad enough, if you want to say that. But it's not great at helping us be proactive. And so many times as moms, we're often told we just need to push through and that being tired is part of our job. And if you feel like things in your body are inflamed or you've got inflammation or you're bloating or you just feel off, that's kind of normal. That's just how it is for the age and stage of life you are in. But here's the thing. Normal isn't optimal. And somebody told me that and I was like, "Ooh, that's what it is." In today's world, it's normal to feel tired all the time. It's normal to rely on caffeine every single day. It's normal to feel kind of bloated. It's even normal to be overweight. If you think about it, the average person is overweight. That's normal. But it doesn't mean that it's the best we can feel. It's not the optimal feeling we're going through. And with my family history, I've got cancer, I've got autoimmune disease, I've got diabetes. Like my grandparents have all passed away from that. My parents are struggling with that. And I didn't want to wait until things got bad enough because I've seen how bad they can get. And I don't want to ever get there. And I wanted to understand what was happening in my body before I got there, right? And so Here's what I wish I had known sooner. Here's what I wish someone had told me. Doing everything right or doing all the healthy things that we see and we hear about that our doctors tell us about, it doesn't guarantee results if you don't understand how your body responds to it. Isn't that interesting? You can follow some healthy eating protocol, but your body's going to respond totally different than somebody else's body. Two people can eat the same exact foods, follow the same exact diet, do the same workouts, and have completely different results, completely different outcomes. And that's because the same food does not equal the same response. Have you ever purchased a meal plan from someone because you saw they got amazing results from it and they are feeling their best, they are looking their best, and you're like, I want that. And so you buy their plan and you try it out and it doesn't work for you. Maybe it gave you a tummy ache. Maybe it was hard to follow, or it had weird ingredients, or took too long to prepare, or maybe it even made you gain weight. And that's because your body is unique to only you. There isn't a one size fits all plan out there for everyone. And that was one of the biggest missing pieces for me, was understanding that. Another thing that I had to learn to understand was blood sugar. Have you ever heard people talk about that? I feel like it's kind of a hot topic a little bit more right now. And I didn't realize this was something that was so important for me. It's important for everybody, no matter what age you are, but especially a woman in her late 30s, early 40s, on the brink of perimenopause, someone who's had babies and their hormones have been, gone up and down. Because of that, your blood sugar actually impacts so much more than we are ever taught. It's our energy, our cravings. Do you struggle with sugar cravings? It's probably a blood sugar imbalance, which I didn't know that. Excuse me. I am getting over that cold that is going around. Okay, let's talk about hormones. So many of us as women, we want to balance our hormones. Did you know that starts with balancing your blood sugar levels? So sorry about that, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you're struggling with sleep, you have to check your blood sugar levels. You guys, oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Okay, so blood sugar levels, they impact everything. And I was so frustrated. Why didn't anyone tell me that, And so if you have inflammation that you are struggling with, it's probably your blood sugar levels. And so I finally had to stop guessing, and I had to start looking at real data from my own body. I had to learn and understand my blood sugar levels. And once I did that, and I focused on hormones and I focused on the food that my body needed, everything changed. And it was really interesting because it even changed the way that I look at my body. I stopped blaming myself. I stopped thinking, okay, I just need more willpower. I just need more motivation. I just need to power through and do the hard thing. And things actually started working because I was working with my body instead of fighting against it. And the best part was that the changes weren't super extreme. They were just really small, little tweaks, little habits that I had to start doing based on what my body needed, not somebody else's plan. And so if you have struggled with any of this, if this is resonating with you, if you feel like you've tried all the things, I'm going to teach a free class about this on Thursday, January 8th. And we are going to go really deep into all the things that I learned and the things that I did. And so if you want to come join me, it's totally free, but I'm going to walk you through why moms feel stuck even when they are trying so hard, because that's, as I coach women, that has been the thing. They're trying so hard, but it's not working. We're going to talk about the difference between normal and optimal health, because yes, what's normal is a good starting place, but what's optimal is just the best that you can feel. And I think everybody deserves to feel that way. And then we're going to talk about how your body can completely change the way that you approach food, how you approach energy, and your long-term health. It's not a diet. I don't believe in diets because, like I said, there isn't a one-size-fits-all plan for everybody. It's custom to what your body needs at this age, at this stage, based on your hormones, based on how much sleep you get, based on your stress, based on your job. Like there's so many factors that go into this. And so you need to know and understand your body. So I'm going to teach you how I did that. Like I said, it's not a diet. It's not a reset. It's not a challenge. Those are good and they have their place. But we are going to get clarity on how to understand your own body. And I'll walk you through this journey that I have been on for the past couple of years. And so if you ever feel like, something's just off, or maybe you are going through perimenopause and menopause too, and you're just sort of like, I'm not sure what to do and you want answers, I think this will be really helpful for you. So if you want to come and join me in this class, it's going to be on Thursday night. The link is in the description. It's totally free. It's going to be a conversation just like this, but I'm going to go deeper into all of these things that I have learned. What I want you to know is that your body's not broken. It's not failing. You're not weak. You're not having enough motivation or willpower. You're just missing information that a lot of mainstream diets and even doctors haven't taught us about. And sometimes it's just being an advocate of your own health and taking matters into your own hands. And so I feel like once you have that information, everything just feels lighter. And this journey of health is just a little bit easier. So I'd love to have you join me on Thursday night if you want to go deeper into all of these things. And I'll just share everything I did and what I learned. And so the link is in the description. You can register for free. There's no pressure. It's just come and learn and just know these options are available for you. So thanks for being on here. If you have questions, leave me a comment in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, jump on, leave me a comment. I'm happy to answer anything, but hopefully you'll join me for my class on Thursday and we will dive in deeper. So sorry about the coughing fit in the middle. You guys, this Christmas sickness that is going around is real and it takes a couple days to get over. So I hope that you are all healthy and we will see you tomorrow night or Thursday night. Okay. Have a good one. See you guys.